Welcome to Varsity. I am Bob Przybylo. Joining me today is Scott Wright. Scott, we're 3 days removed from one of the greatest games we've ever seen. Just talk a little bit about Millwood and Douglas.
You know, even this far removed from it, it's that game hasn't sunk in just how amazing it was. All the big plays, both ways. The final play comes down to a quarterback rush gets knocked out of bounds at the 1 yard line. An amazing play as time expires. Just a phenomenal game in all respects. As far as games that I've seen during my lifetime, the games like the Titans-Rams Super Bowl that they get stopped on the 1 yard line, games like that, it's right there with anything that I've seen in my lifetime as far as the pure excitement of a football game.
It was a great way to end the week, but it wasn't the only story of the week. What I really took from the second week of the season was the bounce back ability. I don't even know if that's a real term, but the bounce back that teams like Jones and Tuttle and Bridge Creek were able to do, especially Jones. Jones, I expect them to be a top 10 2A team, but they lost in the first week and they had to go to Hennessy, a top 5 team. And they were able to shut them out, and that gives me confidence that the Longhorns are for real. It was just a minor hiccup in the first week, and now we're going to see what they're all about. Now, looking ahead to week 3, Scott, what has caught your eye?
Well, obviously you want to see what's going to happen now with Millwood coming off such a crazy game on Saturday, where they have so many guys going both ways that out there in that heat on a Saturday afternoon, a lot of those guys were physically spent, emotionally spent, and now they've got the short week coming back to play another really good team in McGinnis on Friday night, and you just don't know what's going to happen, how those guys are going to be able to respond, and really regardless of what happened last week, this matchup would be a really good game. You got the number 2 team in 4A and the number 1 team in 2A going head to head, and another good offense in Millwood against a good defense in McGinnis. So it's a really exciting game again.
For me this week, once again, we're looking at 5A. We got 4 top teams going against each other. You got Carl Albert at Duncan on Friday, and you have Booker T at Tulsa East Central on Thursday. Tulsa East Central's a team maybe I underrated just a little bit. They were able to beat Bartlesville, a real good 6A team in overtime last Friday. So now with these 2 games, once again, I think you're going to start to see 5A kind of take some shape. You're going to see who's going to rise to the top. And now it's time for our locks of the week. And Scott, where are you going?
Well, this was a tough week. There were a lot of good games out there. My almost lock is Broken Arrow over Tulsa Union. I saw BA in the preseason against some pretty good teams, UConn, Southmore, and Putnam City. I really like that team. I think that they have a chance to be a really good team. But my real lock is Elgin over Tuttle. That's another heck of a game. Elgin's a team that I had heard a lot about with some coaches that I talked to in the preseason, but you never really know if a team's going to be able to make that kind of a big jump. They were a 500 or so team last year, and you don't know if they're going to make that kind of a jump this year. And I think that this team is for real.
And I'm going to go against Lexington for the 3rd week in a row. So far, Lexington fans, that's been good news for you guys as you are 2-0, but I think Purcell with Cole Swayze, Damian Shea, I think they're going to be a little bit too much for Lexington. What was interesting about this, I didn't even notice how close those 2 towns are. I knew they were close, but they are less than 2 miles apart. That should be a great game, real fun atmosphere on Friday night. And to close it up, Scott, where are you headed this week?
I've got another busy week starting off on Thursday night. I'm drawing a blank on where I'm going on Thursday night.
Choctaw, Putnam City.
Choctaw and Putnam City. That's right. I'm so looking forward to the McGinnis and Millwood game on Friday that Thursday slipped my mind. But Choctaw and Putnam City. Putnam City is a team that has had a couple of strong wins. Really put it to Putnam City West last week. But so we'll see what happens there, and then obviously McGinnis and Millwood on Friday.
Thursday, you can catch me at Moore Stadium for Norman North and Westmore. And then Friday, it's back to Edlum when Memorial and Edmond North square off. Well, Scott, we appreciate you joining us this week. That's all the time we have. And folks, you can check us out every day at newsok.com/varsity for the best high school coverage anywhere.